What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. You're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo? Na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na.
Good morning, Carmel Greyhounds, and what a wonderful Wednesday. I'm Dylan Horoho.
And I'm Jacob Wiener here with your Chtv announcements for another all-senior show. Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Before we get started with today's show, we would like to wish everyone a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you guys. Make it a great one, Hounds.
Seniors, the end of the year is nearing, and that means your time at this school is too.
Yeah, but on that note, Hallie and Zach, you have anything for us?
Yes, we do. Good morning, Greyhounds. This is Hallie Reeves.
And Zach Zimmerman, here with your entertainment update.
To start off our show, let's talk about the last edition of the Highlight magazine.
There are only 1,500 copies, and this issue is geared specifically to the class of 2022.
This is the official last print issue of the Highlight, but the change provides new opportunities.
For example, next year's staff has planned special content to be published on the Highlight website towards the end of each week.
Now, let's take a look at the senior issue ad from Highlight.
Thanks to the Highlight team for another year of awesome editions. In other communications news, you can now get your yearbooks outside of the yearbook classroom. For more information, visit Carmel Yearbook on Instagram.
In entertainment news, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker announced they got married.
They will be having a bigger wedding in Italy with the whole family later this year, but needed to sign the official paperwork here in America.
Well, that's all we have for your entertainment update, Greyhounds. Now let's check into CHTV's Joe Ayer and see what the weather has in store for the rest of the week.
Good morning, Carmel High School. This is Joseph Ayer for CHTV. On today, May 18th, 2022. Today we're going to have a high of 73 and a low of 57. Not to rain on anybody's parade, but today it is raining all day long, for the most part. So I guess if you have any outdoor plans, might as well throw them in the trash and do things inside, like drink coffee, specifically Starbucks, because of course we're living in Seattle. Looking on into the week, tomorrow we will have a high of 86 and a low of 70. Thankfully with no rain, so you can go outside and do things, like normal people would. And on Friday, there's going to be a high of 90 and a low of 72. So if you really want to, you can go fry an egg on the ground, and I'm sure that's going to be some great eating. This is all for my weather report today, but I want to take a moment to say this is my last stint on CHTV, and it's been a lot of fun over the last few years doing stuff here. Before I sign off, I want to say to everyone, have a great summer. And now back to you guys in the studio.
Brilliant stuff, Joe. Well, in a few moments, we'll send it over to Mark with your updated sports. But first, let's hear our daily announcements.
Any student that did not pick up their Scholar Athlete Award and t-shirt can do so in the activities office. Awards will be held until the last day of school. Seniors, the seating assignment lists for graduation are posted in the activities office window. Please stop by and locate your assignment.
Also, just a reminder that any outstanding elevator keys need to be returned by the end of the school year to the health center to avoid being charged a late fee. Also, Pinnacle Yearbook Distribution is here. Students can come to room C145 to pick up their yearbooks. You must show a photo ID to get your books, and books will be available during SRT and lunches and after school. See lists of yearbook buyers in the cafeteria to ensure you've reserved your copy.
Looking for a driver's ed class this summer? Carmel High School will host a class in person and online through CIESC, June 13th through June 30th. You can register online at www.driveredsafety.com. That is all we have today. Now let's go ahead and send it over to Mark for some super sports announcements. Mark?
Good morning, Carmel Greyhounds. My name is Mark Bisbecos, and welcome back to your CHTV Sports Announcements. In girls track and field news, the Greyhounds got third in the HSC sectional with a score of 128. They were behind Noblesville, who got a score of 131, and HSC, who got a score of 141. Many records were set that night by some of the Greyhounds. Olivia Cabala won the 400-meter run with a new record time of 56.69 seconds. Campbell Wamsley got runner-up with a time of 58.43 seconds. Both will be moving on to regionals. The 4x100-meter relays were won by Lauren Bailey, Becca Bellinger, Donnie Branch, and Emily Norris. Their record time, 48.66 seconds. For a school record, Emily Norris broke the school record in the 100-meter dash prelims with a time of 12.53 seconds. Good luck in regionals, Greyhounds. In boys track and field news, the Greyhounds got second place in the Hamilton County Championship, in which it was a close one between HSC and Carmel. Carmel got 150 points, while HSC got 152. What a great effort, Greyhounds. In boys golf news, the boys got second place at the Carmel Invitational with a score of 295. Patrick Michael had the best points with 70 points on the board for him. The Greyhounds are continuing to improve. In girls tennis news, the girls defeated Noblesville with a final score of 4-1. The number 1 ranked Hounds are still showing their dominance over all of Indiana high school tennis. The Greyhounds are playing the University Trailblazers today at 5 p.m. at home. Today's game is a sectionals game, so go support the tennis team. In varsity baseball news, the Hounds won both of their games, which ended in massive blowout wins for Carmel. The first game was against Mount Vernon with a final score of 18-7. Hunter Snow had 3 hits, including a home run. Griffin Wolf doubled and tripled, and Adam Butchkowski singled and doubled. Then the Greyhounds soundly defeated Warren Central with a final score of 15-3. Nathan McLaren was 3-3, Hunter Snow was 2-2, Trip Schroeder was 2-2, Dan Cunningham was 3-3. The Greyhounds are now 16-8 and back in action this Saturday at the Greyhounds Invitational. In other sports news, racing is back for the month of May. Last Saturday, the IndyCar Series returned to the Brickyard for the GMR Grand Prix of Indianapolis. CHTV's Thomas Johnson was there to capture the view. Congratulations to Colton Herta on the well-deserved win. Looking ahead to May, Indy 500 qualifying takes place this weekend. On Sunday's poll day, we will be giving you live updates on our Instagram at Carmel TV. And finally, the big race takes place at 12:30 p.m. on May 29th. Be sure to tune in. As all with sports news I have for you today. Now guys, who do you think will win it all?
Gosh, Mark, that's a good question. I'm taking Elio Castroneves.
Well, I'm taking Takuma Sato, which would be perfect because the month of May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. And Carmel has been doing a great job putting posters up around the school to spread all that awareness.
That is right, Jacob. Let's check out a quick 60-second history about the month as a whole.
Sure.
Welcome to a 60-second history, AAPI Heritage Month. This May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, which celebrates the histories of Americans coming from across the Asian continent and the Pacific Islands. Jeannie Ju, a former staffer on Capitol Hill and board member of the OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates, started a nationwide advocacy campaign to designate 1 week in May as Asian Pacific American Week. New York Representative Frank Horton and California Representative Norman Yoshio Mineta co-sponsored a bill that designated the week starting May 4th as Asian Pacific American Heritage Week. This date was chosen because May 7th, 1843 marked the arrival of the first Japanese immigrants to the U.S. and the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad on May 10, 1869. President Jimmy Carter signed this bill into federal law, and President Bush proclaimed the entire month of May as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month on May 7, 1990. This year's theme for Asian Pacific American Heritage Month was selected by the Federal Asian Pacific American Council and is Advancing Leaders Through Collaboration. The theme further highlights FAPIC's efforts in advancing leaders in the federal and D.C. governments. To celebrate AAPI Heritage Month this year, visit AsianPacificHeritage.org to find several different events like online concerts throughout the month. You should also read books about AAPI history, watch films or documentaries about AAPI heritage, and try authentic AAPI cuisines. AAPI heritage and history is relevant and important all months of the year, so even after May, continue to educate and immerse yourself in AAPI culture.
Now, let's see what in-studio announcements has for us. Guys?
Thanks. If you would like to see your pet on our last show of the year, send a picture of your pet, your name, and your pet's name to carmeltv99@gmail.com.
Or you can DM us a picture of your pet's name, and a picture of your pet to our Instagram @CarmelTV.
Just a reminder, to stay updated on everything CHS, make sure to follow our Instagram @CarmelTV, our Twitter @CHTV,
and this week's shows will be up on our YouTube channel, CHTV Carmel Television, so go check them out if you've missed any important announcements. For CHTV, this has been Jacob Wiener
and Dylan Horoho. Weekly reminder that there is now only one more Friday till summer break. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you Friday.
Kudos, guys.